All right, let's talk about a story that's thousands of years old, but honestly, it feels like it could have been written yesterday. This is one of Aesop's fables, and we're going to see how it's basically a masterclass in making better decisions, even today. It's a really simple tale, but it has this timeless lesson about risk, desire, and the kind of tricks our own minds can play on us. So let me ask you something that gets right to the core of this whole thing. What could possibly be more appealing, more desirable than a prize you are literally already holding? Something great that's already yours. Just think about that for a second. The answer? It's the prize you think somebody else has. See, it's not even about what's real. It's all about perception. It's that illusion that what someone else has is somehow bigger or better or just more valuable than our own. And that one little flawed way of thinking, well, that's the engine that drives this entire story. Okay, so let's get into the story. And the interesting thing is, this fable doesn't start with some big problem or a desperate want. Nope, it starts with our main character already having something awesome. He's already won right from the get-go. So here it is, the substance. This isn't just, a snack. This is a real, tangible asset. You can think of it like a stock you own or a project you just completed, a real solid achievement. It's his, it's valuable, and it's real. This is our starting point, a state of already having something good. And get this, look at his goal. He's not out there trying to get more stuff. He's just heading home to enjoy what he has, in peace. He's not scrolling through social media to see what other dogs are eating, right? Everything is perfectly fine. But of course, you knew it couldn't be that simple, right? This is where our story takes a hard left turn. A simple walk home is about to get really complicated, all because of a trick of the light. So let's just quickly trace how we got here. It's super simple. First, the dog has the meat. Check. Second, he's crossing a little stream or brook. And third, this is the moment. He sees something that changes everything, his own shadow. And there it is. The shadow enters the picture. This is the moment everything pivots. I mean, it's not a real competitor. It's just a distorted reflection of himself in the water. But to him, it looks 100% real. And this right here, this is the fatal error in judgment. His brain does some quick and very wrong math. He sees that reflection and immediately thinks, hey, another dog with another piece of meat. His perception just completely breaks from reality. It's a classic mental glitch, seeing a competitor where there isn't one. So now we're at the climax, the moment of truth. This is where a single greedy choice leads to a consequence that's instant and permanent. This wasn't some accident. The fable is really clear. He made up his mind. This was a deliberate decision, totally fueled by greed. He decided what he had just wasn't enough, and he was willing to risk everything he actually possessed for the possibility of having more. This is that moment we all face, right? Risking a good thing for the idea of a better one. And bam! Look how fast it happens. It's like a row of dominoes. He lunges at the shadow. To do that, he has to open his mouth. The real meat falls out, and poof, it's gone. Sinks to the bottom, never to be seen again. The action and the consequence are just immediate and final. So what was the damage? Well, it wasn't just a little loss or some small setback. It was total, 100%. He literally traded something for nothing and was left holding, nothing. It's such a stark reminder of the massive cost of a badly calculated risk. And it all boils down to this single, powerful line. This is the moral of the story, the wisdom that's been passed down for centuries. Don't sacrifice what is real and valuable, the substance, in a foolish attempt to grab an illusion, the shadow. Okay, great story, right? But what does a dog with a piece of meat have to do with us today? Well, let's turn this ancient lesson into a practical tool we can actually use. A modern mental model. We can call it the substance versus shadow principle. It's basically a little rule you can run in your head before you make a big decision. Just ask yourself, am I risking something I actually have, something real and tangible, for something that's just an idea, something I'm imagining, something uncertain? Just spotting that dynamic is half the battle. Let's put these two ideas side by side so it's crystal clear. The substance, that's the real stuff, what you possess. It's certain, it has actual value. The shadow, though, that's the illusion. It's something you want, but it's totally uncertain, and it's almost always a distorted, funhouse mirror version of reality. And man, these shadows are all around us today, aren't they? Think about it. It's that envy you get scrolling through someone's perfect vacation photos. That's a shadow. It's that sketchy investment tip that promises to make you a millionaire overnight. Total shadow. It's that jealousy you feel when a coworker gets a promotion, making you forget your own wins. All shadows. Chasing after every little fleeting trend? Yep, another shadow. So when you boil it all down, what's the key takeaway here? It's just this: knowing the difference. That's the superpower this fable gives us. The ability to just pause for a second, take a breath, and figure out what's the real prize in your hand and what's just a tempting reflection in the water. So I'll leave you with this question to think about for yourself. In your own life, your work, your relationships, your goals, what is the real valuable substance that you're protecting right now? And more importantly, what's the shadow you might be chasing?